Hello and welcome to Sole Trader Weeknights. I've been travelling this week. I'm currently in Manchester Piccadilly Station and I'm looking forward to showing you what I've been working on this week while I've been away. This week I've been working on a number of different things. One of the main things that I've been working on is the Windows build. My brother Steve is helping me debug that. It's proving rather problematic and complicated. We've got some library issues, so once those are resolved, hopefully the Windows build will be back up and running. The main things that I've changed in the history generation stuff is that you can see that I've moved around the history generation screens here. We now have most of the information appearing on this side. When I click choose this family, I've now cleared the screen. It's much easier to see what's going on. And then when I step forward here, the buttons are bigger and easier to click on. And we also have a much larger event viewer on this side, which is great. This gives us a little bit of a better view on the creation of Brian Doucette, the 4-year-old. Let's say that he struggled with running games. So we get a much better view of everything that's happening. Also, what I've done is I've coloured the parental events in grey so that we know that this isn't necessarily anything to do with us, or although it could potentially do that. So we can see here that Brian has fallen out quite badly with his parent Michael, which is rather sad. And then there's the corresponding parental event in grey. So let's just go through this process. Let's try and make us a bit stronger. You can see that Brian is really struggling with his friendships here. But he's still enlisted in Starfleet. Okay, and now we're ready to start the game. Okay, and we've started the game. The main change here that you can see is that I've completely reworked the ship trails. Before they were outputting rather an ugly grey-white smoke, and I thought it'd be nicer to go for some sort of blue shimmery effect, which is much more transparent. I've also upped the number of trail particles that we have so that it'll look much neater and nicer. And I've also been working on ship tints this week, so you can see if we catch those ships up that they're rather an ugly green and yellow colour at the moment, but the idea is to allow players to customise 2 different separate colours, including the glow colours, for their particular ships. Don't mind the slightly jerky frame rate, that's just because I'm playing and recording the game at the same time on a laptop, which is a bit slower. So one of the final things I did this week was to smooth out and make the planning code much more rock solid, which I've done. So now we're ready to start adding pirates in. As you can see, I've just started doing that and adding some new goals to the planner for profiting through piracy and making those ships red so I can see what's going on. So that's really exciting and coming up next week. Thanks very much for watching. As always, you can check out our webpage, soletrader.net, Twitter, SoleTDR, and our YouTube page for all the latest, including the latest live streams. See you next week.